Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay? We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
What are you still doing up? It's late.
I spent over 50 hours playing 2, technically 3 games, all for a 6-minute video. Talk about dedication. This is every major change in The Last of Us Part 1 in 5 minutes or less. Timer, please. Starting off with the character models, I really enjoyed the way Ellie actually looks in this game, because compared to The Last of Us Part 2, she actually looks like she's supposed to look, because when The Last of Us Part 2 came out, Ellie didn't really look much like Ellie. She looked like some other person. But The Last of Us Part 1 actually made her look like Ellie. Considering The Last of Us Part 2 only takes place 5 years after the original game, she shouldn't look that much different, to be honest. The only real complaint that I might have about this is that every character, other than Ellie, of course, looks a little bit older. I guess I can use, Tess and Joel as an example. They just look a lot older than the original game, but even that's not too big of a deal, because I guess they kind of went for realism on that one. But what's funny is that Tess kind of resembles my grandma a little bit, and as wonderful as a lady my grandma is, I don't see her doing some of the stuff that Tess did in this game. I don't really think anything was reshot for this game. I think they just used all the same stuff, and they might have changed up a little bit of the animation style, like the direction of where the camera is and stuff. That's really the only big difference. And if you play the game, you can't exactly tell if you're just playing the one game, but if you put them side by side, then yeah, you can tell there are some differences in like the camera angles, but that's about it. Collectibles in the game. When you obtain collectibles, I think it's really cool how Joel picks up the collectible and looks at it before putting it away in his backpack. I think that's a really cool extra little feature. And workbenches, oh man, the workbenches are just like The Last of Us Part 2, which again, I thought was a really cool feature. I'm really glad they've added that in. So basically, if you don't know, Joel will take whatever gun you're going to upgrade, he'll take it, and he'll look at it. You'll actually see him upgrading the gun, and I think that's really cool, and it's definitely a step up considering the original version didn't have that. Even down to the way Joel swims, it's a little bit different, because he kind of dives, rather, if you go underwater, he dives rather than just kind of sinking, which is what he did in the original version. Another really cool addition to the swimming is that you can actually make him swim a little bit faster by pressing the run button. Didn't have that feature in the original version. When you fire a weapon, you can actually fire it once, reload one bullet, and keep firing. That's actually a little bit quicker rather than the original version, which the original version, if you ran out of bullets, you had to basically reload the whole gun before you can start firing. I cannot tell you how many times I died just because Joel had to reload. Also, regarding the weapons, if you tap R1 real quick, you actually switch between your weapons, which is really cool. That's another really cool added feature. You can also view your upgrade tools, so cool. When you're in an enclosed area, I noticed that if there are burning barrels and buildings and stuff, the building will actually fill with smoke. I thought that was a really cool feature. Also, there's a new mode called High Contrast mode that you can add in the settings in the game, and High Contrast is really cool because I think it's specifically designed for people with vision problems, but you can actually use it to find collectibles a little bit easier. Like around the room, you can swipe it and then you can kind of scan the room and you'll see stuff you can pick up. So it's a pretty useful feature. Holding the triangle button will actually pick up a whole bunch of stuff at one time, rather than you have to tap the triangle button a bunch of times to pick up 5 different single weapon parts. There are also some new runners that I noticed that kind of hide from you, because I remember parts in the game where these runners would just come out of nowhere and just start chasing you to kill you, where in this version they kind of hide from you, and then when you notice them and they feel threatened by you, they start attacking. So I just thought that was kind of interesting and also very creepy. And that is about all I got. The timer should have stopped by now, and with 50 plus hours sunk into both of these games, it's a pretty short video. And also, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like would be much appreciated, and a subscribe if you're new would also be very appreciated. Now let's see what game I'm playing next. Okay, ready? Okay, here we go. Here's the hat. I got like thousands and thousands of titles in here. My son's playing with the yo-yo. Okay, here we go. And drum roll, please. Watch Dogs. I'm actually kind of wanted to play this game again. Let me hold up my hand. I'm just kidding. No Watch Dogs. That's what I'm playing next. Are you still filming? Will you stop it? Turn it off. I think that was enough. That's enough content. Okay, quit it. Gosh, this video took